My name's Toby Barrett, and I'm one of 3 principals at Propellor Design. We're a multidisciplinary firm. We've been focusing on lighting design and exhibition design for the last 5 years, but recently taking a little side trip into sculpture. Nature really informs our work, not always in ways that are obvious, but we're kind of constantly looking at natural phenomena, whether it's cloud formations or mycelial networks of mushrooms, tree branches. Those kind of sublimated geometries within nature really appeal to us and are often a starting point for a given design. There's so much talk about design thinking now and process, and like a lot of designers and design theorists trying to codify the creative process. And when I read about that stuff, I get nervous because I realize ours is a big, amorphous, hairy process that doesn't really, doesn't easily fit into these things. But I mean, at the core of it is just a spark. Part of our process is dragging junk back into the studio. And Nick showed up one day with a chunk of a log from a walnut tree from the Okanagan. It was not large enough to consider making anything substantial out of it, so it just kind of sat in the corner of the studio for about 6 months, and then one day in the middle of winter we looked and there was this beautiful cream-colored cluster of mushrooms that had popped out the side of it, and we were kind of blown away. And that led us to doing research on mushrooms and realizing that the real organism is the mycelial mat, those white filaments that you see, and the mushroom is the fruit. So that's a good example of like a natural phenomenon that just kind of started us drawing and prototyping until we came up with this piece that we call Mycologic, and it's a light lit by LEDs, and it's a very kind of branching light made out of solid walnut wood. So we made quite a large version of that for the Vancouver show.